very physical football game, more emotional than what I would have thought necessarily, and I'm talking about from a player versus player perspective. It's always emotional to play a traditional school, but I thought we played hard. I thought EIU came with everything they had. I was impressed with the way they fought. I was disappointed in our loss of composure a few times. That's something as a team, as we develop, we've got to develop the ability to bring emotion to the game without losing our composure and being hurt by penalties like we were hurt. We did have another game that we controlled line of scrimmage on offense, running the football. Coop's here, so I just need to say this is not a pattern where we don't throw it anymore than we're throwing. So we've been just trying to find an offensive rhythm, and that's the way the rhythm went. Do I expect that to be the same rhythm every week? No, not at all. I'm almost sure that it won't be, to be honest with you. But we've got skilled wide receivers, and we're trying to put everybody in position to, make plays. And getting the ball down the field and to our wide receivers we're as comfortable doing that as we are giving it to our running backs. Defensively, I thought we rose up and played really. We made the game physical and more physical as the game went on. I thought we got hurt when one guy came out of a gap on the first, I think it was first play of the second half. But by and large, I think we won the line of scrimmage defensively, and there's nothing close to my heart in doing that except maybe turnover ratio. And we just had a couple of really unfortunate turnovers that just we're going to have to eliminate. But we did. I thought we did a good job at the end of keeping pressure on them, and we got some takeaways at the end. I think we need to become a better takeaway football team. I think we're athletic enough, we're fast enough to get people around the ball to do a better job than what we're doing. Before I leave, talking about that game, I'd say that just being able to coach on the same field with Coach Spoo one last time meant a lot to me, and I know some people probably don't get it. Coaches. When coaches say that, what they're going to miss, it's going to be their players and the competition. And truly it's great competition when you have great admiration and respect for the person in your role across the field. There's nobody, quite honestly, there's nobody I've ever been on the field, except maybe Coach Bryant, that I would say that I had, any greater respect for. Going forward, we go to Murray, and some of our challenge this week is about Murray, and some of it is just the way we handle our business. We're going on the road. That's a different way. Last time we went on the road, we didn't play very well. We've got to make this trip part of our preparation, because it's a long way up there. Environment is a little different. I made a comment about this one time. I think it was taken sarcastically. It wasn't intended to be. But you're in a stadium where all people are on one side, and you got a parking lot behind you. I don't mean that sarcastically. It's a great stadium, but it's different. We've got to prepare for the environment. We got to prepare for the trip, and we got to prepare for the team. Putting it all together, the most important thing is being prepared when we line up. And there are preparation challenges with Murray, primarily on you guys' side, because you're playing a completely different approach to offensive football. Very subtle, deceptive approach, because you see all those 4 wide receivers, and it's disguising a very effective runner. I mean, he's an all-conference running back. And so my history with these kind of teams is if you don't really know what you're playing against, you'll get caught with more running yards on you than you ever expected. So we've got to play the whole offense. We're playing a quarterback that found his way really in the second half against us last year, and went on. I think he's become a record setter in some games, and he's an all-conference quarterback in preseason all-conference quarterback in Brockman. So you know, we're playing experience. We're playing the challenge of being there and the challenge of the competition of who we're lined up against. So we are very challenged. We are a team that, I don't know, if we rank higher than 5th or 6th in any category in the conference, I'd be surprised what it is. We are a team that is challenged with our home selves. But I think no less of our opportunity to become the running team, the run defense team, the pass defense team, the passing team that, you know, that is needed to win the conference, because that's what we've set out to do. And you know, we have our opportunity as clearly as anybody has their opportunity. But these opportunities go away every week, and you don't look back and tee it up and go play again. It is what it is when it's there, and when it's gone, and what you did is who you are. So a lot of urgency, a lot of self-examination to improve and realize what we're capable of, and reaching out and challenging ourselves to get there, because there's a lot of players, some because not having enough opportunities. Like, I mean, some guys didn't get a ball thrown to them. You get a ball thrown to you, you know, you go play wide out and they don't throw a ball in your direction. I mean, so you have to save the opportunity, but it's that way sometimes. And but we have got to find the preparation that when the opportunity comes, that we make the interception, that we make the reception, that we make the fumble recovery, and keep the constant diligence to make those plays. And that's mental. And we've got to get to another place mentally than how we started this season. Quite honestly, practice has gone well. I don't expect this week to be any different. We've gotten better, particularly the last 2 weeks. I expect us to get better this week.
To